girlfriends, it's time. It's time.
Oh, I tell you what, just to see that little Mr. Cutie running there and talking and wagging his tail, it warms my heart. Not to mention seeing him in a bag. Anytime this little guy can see a bag, he's hopping right in it, guaranteed. So, well, we are officially back in our house. Last Thursday, October 9th, made a year since the hurricane, and we took possession of our home October 10th. So 1 year, 1 day after the storm, and this home is mine. Mine, mine, mine. So we are back in the family room. I don't know how many of you saw the short that I had posted, but I did a post asking if you wanted to see me decorate, put my house back together, turn my house into a home. I do have to admit, however, that it does still feel a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Like you get so used to being one place, and then when you're back somewhere or somewhere new, that it just doesn't seem right. So, but anyway, I'll adjust to that. I will adjust to that. So, sorry, I sound a little terrible. I have had surgery done on my mouth. I have a few more that are going to be coming in the future. And I came home from Mexico with a horrible cold. Horrible cold. So I've been to the doctor. I'm on medications for it, and hopefully the worst of it is over. But anyway, this is going to be the start of the first room that I am bringing you into that we're going to be doing. And this is our new, what do you call it? Our new couch, sofa, sectional, whatever you'd like to call it. On camera, it looks like normal size. I'm like, how does that work? In person, it is massive. If you see the pillows there in the middle, there's six of them that are out of the packages. And then there's the package that is sitting, wait, no, that's the curtain. There's a package of them sitting over on the side that has three more of them in it. These are down-filled pillows. Each one weighs, it's got to be at least 3 or 4 pounds. They are heavy, heavy pillows. So there's 9 of them total. And literally, I was tired of opening them and they were too heavy for my arms. I just set the package down there on the side and said, you know what? You can just sit there for a few days. So, but and in the short that I did, the walls were um, what do you call it? Gray, and the paint is supposed to be white, but it looks more of like a cream color. So, and to paint over the gray, which was not that dark, for the record, it was not that dark. That is 5 coats of paint on that wall. 5 coats, a lot of paint, a lot of paint, a lot of paint, a lot of paint. So, but and of course, every room. We're doing the painting ourselves. For the record, we are doing the painting ourselves. And and it's a good paint. And it has a primer. But 5 coats of paint. That's a lot of paint. Just saying. So, and I want to tell you, if you are going to get a new couch, sofa, sectional, whatever you want to call it, don't be a dingling like I have been and measure. But don't just measure. Yes, I measured. I know to measure to make sure things fit. But when I decided to go with sectional, I measured like from one corner of a wall to the next corner, from that corner to the next corner, so it's L shaped. I did not take into account that curve. See the curve back there, the curve? I did not take into account for that. So it is pulled away from the wall because it doesn't fit, of course, directly into the corner. It curves around the corner. And this thing is so massive that it takes up a lot of floor space. I had 2 couches in here facing each other, 2 full-size couches facing each other. And let me show you. Here, let's go. Oh, by the way, this rug is a no-go. I like the color of it, but it's a no-go. So that has to be returned. But the fun of shopping and trying to decorate. Let me know in the comments how many of you agree with me that I love decorating. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love doing it all year long. Mind you, I've been out of sync for a year because I haven't had a home. But even at my hotel for holidays, I did hang up decorations. So didn't do a lot, but yeah, I did. That's just it's in my DNA to do it. So, but I love doing it. And those of you that do it and do it for every holiday, every event in your life, do the little vignettes and stuff like I do. Tell me if you agree with me or not that it's work. It's not just like you get a bunch of stuff, throw it together, and go, "Oh, I'm done in an hour or two." No, 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 no. It is work. Now, let me know in the comments. So if you agree with me on that or disagree, it's enjoying, but you got to put a lot of time and thought and energy into it. So I, for months, have been buying pieces here and there, trying to coordinate things, even without having a room, putting stuff literally in storage containers to prepare for decorating when I got back into my home. Yes. Number one, I'm a planner. And number two, it gave me something to look forward to. That, yes, one day I am going to have a home again. Yes, I'm going to. So that was my reason for doing it. My next video, I'm actually going to be showing you a collection of things that I have gathered, new, old, everything. That window right there, um, the curtains are going to be going up on that. That'll probably be, I don't know, maybe third video. But the next video is going to be a collection of a bunch of stuff that I have gathered, new, old, vintage, all kinds of stuff. So that I've got plenty of things to choose from in a few different rooms that can work together and that we can decorate and get this stuff done correctly. So take a look here. I've got one of the curtains laying up here, there, right there on the back of the couch. Excuse me, cough. Look at the size of the arms on this couch. And then here on the cushions literally, again on camera, they look tiny, but they are like at least 1.5 times the size of normal cushions on a couch. And if I sit all the way back on the couch, my feet don't even touch the floor. So if you're a shorty, I think you're going to need a little step stool to get in and out of my couch. But nothing reclines. Don't have any of those little outlet chargers in it. Cup holders. I'm not that girl. I am not that girl. Now, if you ask Mr. Cupcake, he would be the one that would have probably cup holders, remote holder. No, well, he likes to hold the remote in his hand. For what reason, I do not know, but he definitely likes to have the remote in his hand when he's watching TV. But no, I don't like electronics, technical things mixed in with furniture or bedding. I no, I don't. I'm not the girl that's going to bed with the iPad or the laptop to do stuff until I drift off to sleep, or even my phone. No, mm-mm, no. A bedroom is not for that. So, no, I don't do that. And same thing if I'm going to be in the family room watching TV, working on something, whatever. I don't need a cup holder. That's why I have a coffee table, which I don't have out yet. But I have a coffee table. My drink can sit on there or whatever. So, I know you guys are going to think I'm weird, but we all have our little things that we do when we decorate that makes our home our home. So please don't judge. But we are, on a serious note, we are thankful to have our house back. Like I said, it feels so weird, you know, it feels very weird. Um, Even every time that we came to the house to work, whether it was outside stuff, whatever we were doing, um, it just felt like the life was taken out of our house. And it's so quiet and empty. Um, and it's just going to take us a while to get it back to where we want it to be and that it feels like home again. So, but at least we started. Like I said, there's the paint color of the white. But see, yeah, you can see with the ceiling. See, the ceiling is white, and then the walls are supposed to be white, but the walls aren't white. They're like a cream color, which is fine. I can mix a couple different whites together, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So, the window here, that's dirty. We've had so much rain since, um, well, last Friday, all through the weekend and everything, literally 24 hours a day. And so that's a mixture of dust, pollen, rain, everything. So those are going to have to be cleaned again. I have the windows done at least once a week when I'm living in the house. So guaranteed that puppy will be cleaned by tomorrow. But we're excited to be here. I'm excited to share the journey with you that has been a long time coming for us. And again, Mr. Cupcake and I are going to sit down and do a chat of like what our last year has been. It, if you saw it in black and white, in paper, on paper rather, you just would not believe the things that we have gone through. That as soon as we think one thing is over, it's like, oh, okay, we've dealt with that. No, then something else. And I mean, everything in life that you could imagine has come at us. But we've stuck together, we've worked through it together, and hopefully we're now going to be saying goodbye soon to 2025, and that 2026 is going to be a healthy year for us, um, a happy year, and most of all, a holy year. So, because we are in agreement that first and foremost in our lives is our God. God is the center of our home, of our life, of our relationship, and we praise Him through everything, especially through the bad. So, but we're definitely looking forward to getting through with 2025, starting out a fresh year, 2026. I will give you a heads up in January. I will be out of the country again. Um, I leave, or we leave rather, not I, but we leave. I think towards the beginning or the middle of the month, but we will be out of the country again in January. So, just to give you a heads up on that. But let's see how far we can go between now and then, um, with getting our house put back together. My design style, it varies. Um, I can go from very glammy to farmhouse stuff. I did that. Now I'm more, I call it um, coastal, like upscale coastal. I'm not, 5 o'clock somewhere signs hanging in my house. That's not me. But I like a coastal kind of a vibe. I don't like everything totally neutral and like expected. That is not me. Okay, because I mean, just there are so many people, and again, your home is your home is your home. It is not my business what you do with it. Okay, whatever makes your home feel like yours. That's like when I will have people come over and they're like, "Oh, help me do my house just like yours." Even my mom at one point, she had seen some furniture I bought, and she was going to go and get the same furniture. I'm like, "You can't do that." She's like, "Why not?" I said, "Why?" The kids come home to visit and the grandkids, and they come here, and then they go over to your house and they go, "Wait a minute, am I at grandma's house or great grandma's house?" No, you can't. They can't look alike, Mom. No. So, and we went around on that for a couple months, but no. I said, "I'll give you my furniture. I will buy something else, but no, you're not duplicating it." But and reason for that is that like you might look at something and go, "Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that." But then once it was like in your actual home, you wouldn't love it or you wouldn't know what to put with it and stuff. So I um I always say I don't care if it's cat pictures, chihuahua pictures, your man's pictures, whoever it is, whatever it is that you want to decorate with, surround yourself with the kind of stuff that you love that's going to like let you feel at ease, at peace, that you're comfortable, that you're secure, and best of all, that you love the place that you're in. It makes you feel like a better human being. When there's no TV on, when there's no YouTube on, when you're not talking on the phone, that you can just be sitting in a room and it gives you that good inner peace, happy feeling. So that is what I try to achieve. I try to surround myself with things that I love that help to lift my spirits, that help to make me feel good. And that includes both of us. This is not just, one way street here. I even have for my next house, and I've had it for years, by the way, I even have the rug that is going to be going in my master bedroom in my next home. Yes. So, this is one example of how I'm a planner. But let me know what you think too about the neutral color in the furniture. I have not gone this light in here. Let me see if I can show the texture up close. And you know why I picked this? Because the colors in it. See it? See, it's like smooth kind of there on the front, and then it's textured on the top and on the back. But the reason that I chose this is because number one, the texture, and number two, it reminded me of the colors of sand of the beach. So that's why we went with this. And we were both in agreement with it. I walked through first and picked out some things at one place, then another, and we both did it. And then we made our little list of what we liked at each store as we went through it. And then we gave them ratings of 1 through 3. And it was funny because in several stores, nothing even got to a 3 with either one of us. We didn't vote anything as a 3. Then when we got to the store where we purchased this at, we had 3 things that were at 3s. So then it was just a matter of deciding between the 3s, and we kept going back and forth and stuff, and um, sitting on them, looking at them, me remeasuring, which totally did no good anyway, and stuff. And I actually chose. I mean, look, let me try and pull out here some. I mean, this thing again is. I'm telling you, it's massive. Wait until you see the rest of the room when I'm, doing all kinds of angles and you see it. This thing is massive. Was not planning on that, but it's massive. And uh, we were going back and forth on the 3 that we picked as we rated each one of them as 3. Then this is the smallest one of the 3. If we would have gone with one of the other 2, I, I don't know. We would be having to like climb over it to get to the next room. And I'm so not kidding. And then if you take the middle piece out, I have done this before with a sectional that I bought, that you could take the middle piece out and then it fit together like as a couch. Okay. This does not do that. So there would have been no chance of even taking this out and had it look right. No, wouldn't have happened. But that's where we're at. Um, right now, starting in this room, we're going to be working in here. Today is, yeah, okay. Today I'll be working in here, and then, of course, through the weekend. So let's see how far we get. But my next video, I'm going to show you are accessories that I have gathered together, that, again, not just for this room, but for the adjoining, for the dining room, for some little corners and stuff, and then we'll see what you think. So let me know down in the comments below if anybody is like me whenever it comes to decorating, and what do you think of the new section. Okay, just let me know down in the comments. Give me your opinion. How are we doing so far? Okay, because you guys are doing this with me. How are we doing so far? I hope everybody is doing awesome. I look forward to seeing you soon. Remember, don't let anybody ever steal your joy. And Jesus loves you. Until next time.